League takes us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Who said the crowds wouldn't embrace football being back in L.A.? You certainly couldn't tell that by what we saw a few moments ago. These folks are pumped up as their Rams get set to do battle with the Chicago Bears. Greg Zuerlein, the Rams kicker, approaches, kicks it off. And here we go from Los Angeles. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Trubisky to throw on second. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burton. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Hey, gotta go.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Takes to midfield, but no further, just a yard there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
18.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. The former Giant, Prince Amukamara, on the stop.
Value three.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't it?
Touchdown, LA! Robert Woods, 46 yards. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but then their defense has to come right back out on the field.
It is exciting, isn't it, for the offense to do that? The defense is saying, okay, that's cool, but let's not make it a habit. We need to get some rest sometime.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down.
For those vertically challenged quarterbacks, here's a time where they will tell you it's an advantage to be a little bit on the smaller side. Able to duck in behind their offensive line and stick the ball across the imaginary yellow line for a 1st down.
On 1st down, Trubisky. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Lock it.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And an alley to run. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky, escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go, and that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Josh Bellamy, 41 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
And the Rams now coming out on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. A shotgun snap for gone. They got a man. It's Woods. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there at 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's Goff now on 2nd down, eluding the pressure right. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Trubisky to Gabriel there for a Bears 1st down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Trubisky now 6 of 10 in this 1st half. He's got his guys a 1st down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Got some real estate inside the 30 and down to the 27-yard line. 1:57 to go in this 1st half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout.
Lock in.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Lock in.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
And that's complete to Cooks. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
12, 12. Get that quarterback. Get off. Super. Check. 9. Radin. Go, 12. Go. 12, 12.
Out of the gun. Gone. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Goff. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Louis. Kill. Turn up.
On 1st down, it's gone. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the 3rd quarter now. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. The 20. Touchdown, LA. Todd Gurley, 70 yards. And the Rams are in for 6. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. As an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness to it? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Zerline out now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Trubisky. Flushed out right. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Hey, gotta go, gotta go. Lock in, lock in. Lock in, lock in.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. And that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Here we go on 4th down with Trubisky. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it. This is caught inside the 15. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
Lock in, lock in.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And it's 3rd down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to...
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, LA! Todd Gurley, his second touchdown of the night, and the Rams add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Ducks that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Now Cohen. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. Throw left side complete. It's Burton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
Yeah.
After that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
And that's incomplete. Deion Sims is tight end, the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. He leads this one for Howard. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a gain of 5. And it'll be 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now it's Trubisky. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And it's a fumble. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away. And now it's 3rd. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Hey. 4 down.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Akeem Hicks in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Here's Johnny Hecker now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? That one goes for 24 yards. A good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. And even 50 yards.
18.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Taylor Gabriel from 6 yards away. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. So what can the Bears do here as they'll go for 2?
Gotta go. Reds up. Reds up.
Trubisky to throw again. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, what a move. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they worked their way back on the field. Now the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
On first down, it's Gurley. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Now a draw as Goff gives to Gurley. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Tiger, Tiger.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. That good for 22 and a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Goff. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Onto the field now come the Bears. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through plays.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Counting down to 30 seconds remaining.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
He's back to throw. He'll buy some time right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful, because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
The Bears on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be third and forever. Back to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on fourth down. So down 6, and they know they need this one on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. I went from filling out kites to putting it in my block. Blue Gucci sweater is drill. Somebody give me a. These ain't like the cops. Gossiping more than a. In jail I had. I'm dropping the top. Ain't like my beat ain't no happy belated. I'm counting the guap. Who gave you the voice? Who told you your thoughts count? GPS straight to the money. I put my big homie got the big Mickey Mouse. You posted your at 12 and 8 that night. She had my all over the mansion. Can't sit on my house. I got that check into golf. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No court. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds and Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
Gently, angry and fresh with these cause when I was down out of so had sympathy. But that's how I go when you broke. Now I'm like mistletoe. This do my own. Not gonna lie on these new.
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. They go play action here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And a nice gain at 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Ryan. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. It's a loss of 11 on the play. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Now Ryan. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. Marcus Sherrill's back deep for Minnesota. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 40. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They run again on 1st down. Cook, and he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Open man is Thielen is complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 19 yards that time for number 19.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A 1st down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen.
Hey, Flipper. Yellow.
1st down. Here's Cousins. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Let's go.
even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal. From the gun, here's Cousins. That's complete, right around the 8. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
Yellow, 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 yellow. 300.
He'll get it up the middle. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. To throw, Cousins. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. And they got the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. So out come the Falcons now. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw is Ryan. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a first down. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley, 58 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Eluding the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw it right into it for an interception.
Here's Ryan to throw. Here's Sanu on the catch, and he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. 1st and 10 right at the 20. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And finding the tight end Hooper. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
That's it, baby.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. More from Minneapolis after this. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got Sanu. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the minds? And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they'll throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Following the interception, Cousins flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And the Falcons going to use another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Here's Cousins. Flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Third and long for Cousins. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Weil. Back deep is Justin Hardy. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Escaping the pressure right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. On second down, Freeman. And an alley to run. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, 33 yards. And the Falcons are in for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Now Abdullah, the return. Oh, look at the juke. And it will not be a return touchdown, as close as he could possibly get. He's finally stopped at the 1.
And, partner, not only is he kicking himself right now, he's going to petition the league for 99-yard fields. That's almost not fair to get it that far and not get into the end zone. Nevertheless, a great return.
It's Cousins on the sweep. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Kirk Cousins, as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings have tied it. They can grab the lead with a PAT. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Second and 10 now. Ryan. And it's caught by Hooper. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. He's going to air one out. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. Well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. Now Abdullah, the return. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And Diggs has it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. He got 29 yards that time.
Listen to me.
A give. This is Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Cousins now on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Bruce Irvin in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long.
Wide.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Eluding the pressure right. He's airing it out for... Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tried to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ballgame. Maybe change.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Throwing his Cousins. And he's going to go down again. Jack Crawford in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Brooks Reed in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. Here's Matt Wild now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And taken right at the 35. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. from the shotgun. Ryan. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Anderson-Dejo.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Deion Jones in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Cousins to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Coleman has it here right side. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be a second down. From the gun, Ryan drops it off for Coleman. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Anderson-Dejo. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know what a play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Cook following the penalty. And they'll get him down right around the 16. And the Falcons going to use another timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he'll take this one down near the 15. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. The Vikings on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 11. Getting the ball is Cook running left. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.